Hello again. Welcome. It's Wednesday. I'm Wayne. Welcome to Wednesdays with Wayne. Today I have a special message for you. And before I get started, the first thing I want to do, as always, is thank you for your time. A friend of mine told me a long time ago, the most valuable thing anyone can give you is their time. So thank you for sharing your time with me. You have my commitment. I'll do my best to make sure your time is well spent. So thank you for showing up. The world is designed to change. Humans are designed to change. What do humans resist the most? Exactly. So today we're going to talk about humans as evolutionary events. And I got this phrase from one of my mentors, Bucky R. Buckminster Fuller. This is one of the many books he wrote. And as you can see, he has more accolades after his name than almost any other American in history, yet very few people have heard of him. So this changed my point of view on the way I function and fit and think and operate in the world. There's a profound effect on my life. And so I think if someone comes along at least once in your life and inspires you to do and be better, you should feel blessed. And I do. So it was based on Bucky's books that I got this phrase, humans are evolutionary events always evolving. So I want to give credit where credit's due. Today, I want to talk about the evolution of humans in business. And so success to me is not about making money. Money is simply a byproduct, but it's not about that. It's more about who we have to become. And so there's some behavioral patterns that we need to start and some we need to stop. And the ones we need to start is taking responsibility for everything that happens in our world. And what we need to stop doing is blaming other people or events for our miserable, pitiful lives, if it is, or our outcomes. So we're responsible for our outcomes. When you own it, you can then go to the next level of evolution and change and do something about it instead of pointing fingers. And so I hear a lot of blame out there, a lot of justification. A lot of people want the responsibility to make decisions, but they don't want to be held accountable for the outcomes. So I'm willing to own I want to make my decisions and I'll own my outcome. This is part of my evolution. And there was a time when I wasn't like that. I used to blame other people and governments and politicians and organizations and people for my lack of results. I realized that got me nowhere, so I don't do that anymore. That's just a point of view. And everything you have or do is a result of your point of view. So we have this thought that drives the behavior that creates the result. If you don't like the result, you got to change the thought. The thought will change the behavior. For example, if you think rich people are crooks, don't bother reading a book on rich people or going to seminars or videos or any of that. Because underlying all that new information is this old thought, rich people are crooks. So if you think like that, you're in trouble. So to me, it's all about having a point of view. And this is my point of view. There is a battle for your mind. Make no mistake about it. It started when you were a child. It's ongoing. The marketers want it because they want you to buy their stuff. The politicians want it because they want your vote. Your parents want it because they want you to behave a certain way. Your spouse wants it because they same thing. And on it goes. There's a battle on for your mind right now. And so to me, these thoughts that we're given shape our perspective or our point of view. And you can tell how people think by what they do. You can tell how they think by what they have. You can tell how they think by what they say because they'll tell you what they're thinking. And so this is about evolution of humans in business. And this is just my observation over decades of working with business people. We all start out in the same place, and that is on this step, student. So our parents want to teach us, and most of it, the lessons they teach us is because they love us, they care about us, and they're concerned about our survival in days beyond their own. So after they're gone, they want to make sure that we have the tools to survive and thrive and prosper. So they teach us manners, And they teach us rules, they teach us discipline, commitment, consequences, all the things good parents should be teaching their kids. And so we go to school, and then they turn us over to teachers, the professionals, right? And the school system is a 19th century invention designed to train people coming from the farms into the cities to run the industrial machinery, how to be good employees. The product of a public education system is employees. So what do they teach in school? Be good, do as you're told, make good grades, get a good job, work hard, save your money, invest for the long term, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff is a recipe for financial disaster. So they don't teach us how to build a good how to be a good employer. They teach us to be a good employee. The school system teaches us not how to build a good business, but how to get a good job. And so everything is designed in the lower grade to do that. And that's the point of view that we leave with. We're told what to learn, and we're told when we learned it. It's called a test. You regurgitate information you've been force fed, and then the person with the best memory gets the best score, and they call the person smart. So memorization of answers is no indication of a person's intelligence or ability. So this is where we start, okay? When we memorize information, we've learned nothing. You learn by doing. There's this old thought, the point of view that I've experienced over the years where people say, when I learn it, I'll go do it. And my thought is the reverse. When you go do it, you'll learn it, and you're going to mess it up the first time, maybe the first 5 times, maybe the first 10 times. You cannot learn a listing presentation sitting in a classroom. You've got to be willing to go out and mess 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 or a dozen of them up before you can master this subject. So this is the first step in the evolution of humans in business. It's not about who you are. It's about who you have to become. What point of view needs to change? What needs to shift in the behavioral pattern? What do you need to know that you don't know? And some people say, well, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah, you do. It's the adult version of a report card. It's called your financial statement. Your P&L, your profit and loss, your income statement, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. If those are not in good shape, then that's what you don't know. You got to go figure that part out. So now you're no longer told what to learn and when to learn it. When you grow up and be an adult, you get to choose what you need to learn. And you choose who you want to learn it from. So this is evolution. So what are we taught as students? Get a good job. So the point of view here from the student, the way they see the world is they go, what are my grades? Because the grades are the sign or the result. It's how you measure success when you're a student. So they do what they're told. They graduate, they do good, they go out, they get a good job, and they become a really good employee. And how does the employee see the world? Well, it's what they were taught. What are we told? What do your parents say when you tell them you're going to apply for the job? What do they pay? What kind of benefits do they have? What kind of vacations do you get? What's your 401k going to be like? And so they're told this point of view is go get a good job. Now, there was a time when this was a great idea. My parents, grandparents, a lot of you who have parents and grandparents, you can attest to the fact that this was a great idea at one time because they had pension plans, and they would pay the people, the employees, a decent wage, and after they quit working, they would pay them a pension plan. Between that and Social Security, a person was able to live without working in days after they quit working for a living. The problem is the middle class is disappearing. There's no longer any such thing as a safe, secure job. And this is a recipe for disaster for the most part, because as we all know, the middle class is disappearing. Wages have been stagnant for several decades, a couple decades. Now we've got robots coming online. Now we've got artificial intelligence threatening to eliminate even more jobs and more people. So what does one do? Well, if you're growing up with this point of view, what you have to do is shift your point of view. You've got, when something is going south, something about you, me, us has got to change. So as I say it again when I said at the top, the world is designed to change. People are designed to change. We have to evolve. And so this is why it's called evolution of humans in business. So the employee, they either get eliminated or they look around and they go, this isn't it. They either don't like their boss, they don't like their job, or they don't like their income level, but they still have hope there might be something else out there. And they see this organization they're sitting in. Maybe it's a dysfunctional organization. They look at the people into the dysfunctional because magnets attract. And they go, you know what? My boss is an idiot. How many have had that thought? How many actually have one? And so what they do is they quit and they jump off the cliff without a parachute. And they go to the next step, sole proprietor. And the way the point of view the sole proprietor has is it's very difficult to do this. The reason why the key word is what's so detrimental to the sole proprietor is the word soul. If it is to be, it is up to me. If you want it done the right way, you have to do it yourself. Nobody does it better. So this is the train of thought that the sole proprietor has. It's put there, but it's really not their fault. It's a fault of the public education system because that's what we're taught in school. Study by yourself. Take tests on your own. Cooperation is cheating. And then we throw them out in the world of business and tell them, what's wrong with you? Why can't you put a team together? What? Whoa, wait, ow, what? And so this is what happens, right? Again, it's thought, behavior, result. And you get in a sole proprietorship, they quit because their boss is an idiot. They become the next idiot. So what happens is the school system teaches us to specialize. What are you going to be when you grow up? What field, what area will you specialize in? What's your major in? What's your minor in? The problem with specialization is it leads to extinction. And so this person has become a specialist designed for extinction, doing everything on their own. And so when you have this point of view, then, and you think it's up to you to do everything, then everything is yours to do. That creates a bottleneck in the organization. Productivity stays at a low. For example, this is the business blueprint that I designed. This shows the 6 components of a business and the definition and goal of each. This is a business for business owners. As you can see, this is impossible to do all 6 of these by yourself. So we have to make this mental transition. And so the sole proprietor is the worst place to be because you can't leave. You have no spare time. You're missing birthdays. You're missing vacations. You're missing time with family, friends. Life is just not very enjoyable. You're actually better off here than here because at least here, as an employee, you have a steady paycheck and benefits. This is the riskiest thing you can do. But eventually this person evolves and they wake up and they say, wow, this isn't working, and they realize they take this position that they're responsible. They don't want to live like this anymore, and they go to the next level. And the next level is business owner. And the business owner knows that it's not up to them. And the point of view or the perspective they have is, who's on my team? So they make this transition from specialist to generalist. They understand the components of a business, how they function and fit together to form a synergetic whole. They know they're better off on a team. They know if they're the smartest person in their company's in trouble. So they hire specialists. The generalists hire specialists. In other words, typically C and D students hire A and B students. So the business owner knows that both the business and the customers are better off on a team. So they begin to put them together. And what they know is how to hire people, how to recruit talent, how to get the right people to do the right thing at the right time. If you watch the previous session on DISC, we actually have a system where we hire the perfect person for the perfect job in 45 minutes or less with no resume or interview. It's a system we have. So what they know is the people run the systems and the systems run the business. So they get the right people in the right seats on the bus and the wrong people off the bus. They know how to do this. Everything is organized. Everything's systematic. Productivity goes up. Synergy is created. Sales go up. Marketing increases. Customers go up. Everybody gets better. Everybody gets happier because they're always better off on a team because no one succeeds alone. And everybody knows that, except these characters. So the business is humming along. They know that they have systems, and the systems run the business, and the people run the systems. And they stay out of the way, and they encourage, and they coach, and they mentor, and they teach. This is what we do in our organization. We bring people up. We hire them at level A, we get them to level B, and we bring them up, up, up in the organization. We teach them business skills. We encourage them to get to be, do, and have more. And so this is the whole thing about business owners. If you can leave your business for a month or two and it runs without you, you have a business. They cannot leave, the sole proprietor cannot leave their business. If their income stops, they stop. This is the worst of all. This is the business owner. Eventually, the business owner also evolves, and they go to the next level. And they run this business, they run it very successfully. And then they go find another one, and they become entrepreneurs. And the entrepreneur level, they don't manage and they don't work in a business and don't run businesses. They see opportunities or niches in the marketplace. So the entrepreneur's point of view is, what's the niche? A niche is an untapped, untouched segment of the market. It's a window of opportunity. And windows of opportunity these days are opening and closing faster than ever before. So you have to know when to get in and when to get out. For example, personal computers were one of the biggest niches in the world. But now you wouldn't want to get in there because it's crowded. That's one of the worst niches in the world. And so this is what the entrepreneur does. Now they buy businesses, sometimes in trouble, or they start them because they see a niche. And then they improve them, they build them, they take everything they learned here, they apply it here, and they buy and sell companies. That's what the entrepreneur does. You may have heard about him or seen him. I see him in articles every now and then in the Business Journal. They do an interview, an article, and they call this person a serial entrepreneur. That means they've evolved through these steps to the point where they just buy and sell businesses at will. They're really good at analyzing and picking opportunities and choosing businesses, putting teams together and building cooperation and building synergy. It's an acquired set of skills that they've cobbled together over the years based on all this experience of going through these steps. And so the entrepreneur eventually evolves as well. And they go to the next level. And their next level is investor. And what the investors want to know is, what is my ROI? What's the return on my investment? So they invest in businesses. Most of your investors have gone through this evolutionary process, and they use the model the wealthiest people in America use. They make their money in their businesses, and they hold it in real estate. So it's understanding capital markets, understanding currencies, understanding how money flows through the economy, understanding calculations, understanding how to read spreadsheets, mathematical formulas, how to analyze everything and manage and mitigate risk. They've bought businesses, they've sold businesses enough times to where they can tell very quickly whether the thing has got hope or opportunity or is a dead dog loser. Same with real estate. And so they amass this fortune mainly by using other people's money, and they don't work much on their business. Their very manual labor is little to none. It's mainly working here in the head, mentally acute, extremely sharp, using all this information they've got over the years to analyze and acquire investments. And then the last one is they acquire massive amounts of money, the wealth beyond their wildest dreams, and they become philanthropists. This is the highest form of evolution, and it's a natural evolution, because what philanthropists, their point of view is, what can I give? This goes back to what I learned from studying Bucky Fuller. When humans get what they want when they want it, and what they need when they need it, they revert to a natural state, which we all have, which is that of being altruistic, being philanthropic. Humans are chromosomically designed to give. We want to help each other. It's innate. It's in our DNA. The thing is, we've been taught to go earn a living, so we sell our body, mind, and spirit for a paycheck. And what I learned from Bucky Fuller, he said, if you do what you're supposed to be doing, the universe will take care of you. You weren't put here to earn a living. You don't have to earn the right to be here. You arrived here with a gift, something valuable to offer your fellow human beings. If you'll use that gift, the universe will take care of you. You don't have to earn the right to be here. You don't have to earn a living like we've been told. So that's all I do, is I focus on my intuition. This is internal guidance system. And so I'm much more happy giving than earning. So this is the role of humans, evolution of humans in business. And this is the role, to give. So what do you give? I hear people say, I give my time. Yeah, good. You have plenty of time. Whatever you want, you give. So the world, some people say money can't buy happiness. It buys mine. I'm much more happier when I have money than when I don't. I've been both. There have been times I've had no money. I've had no money for an extended period of time. I wasn't very happy, I can tell you. It's not a happy feeling at all to not have enough money to pay your bills or to provide for your family. It's a very unhappy feeling. And I feel really happy when I have more than I need. And I feel really happy when I give it away. So this is altruistic. This is benevolence, philanthropist. This is the product of the real estate business school. This is the product of the company that Lynn and I own. It's a professional development company disguised as a business school. What we teach is how to become philanthropic, how to go through this evolutionary process, how to learn what you need to learn when you need to learn it, how to evolve to this highest state where you're being most impactful of all. You influence other people's lives in a tremendous way by giving away the money that you've earned. That's it. Any questions? If you have any questions, email them to me, info@buildmyrebusiness.com. Again, this is Wednesday. I'm Wayne. Welcome. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate the time. I hope this is valuable and helpful. And just remember, you were born a genius and meant to be incredible success. So let's go out and make it a better world. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.